Welcome back to review the pay-per-view. Today we have Armageddon 2002. We had some no bangers actually. We had some good matches in here, but let's get into it. To kick off the show, we had a World Tag Title Elimination match with Booker T and Goldust versus Lance Storm and Regal versus the Dudleys versus Jericho and Christian, our tag team champions. It's also one of these matches where it's only two people at a time, so pretty much the heels would tag in the heels and the, vice versa with the baby faces. Bubba Ray and Lance Storm would start off the match, but of course all hell would break loose. Then Lance Storm would save Christian from getting pinned because why? It's the elimination match. Why would he do that? Regal would pull the tights of Bubba Ray Dudley to eliminate the Dudleys. Then we would get like a snap body suplex from Goldust to William Regal to eliminate Regal and Lance Storm. Our final two teams, Christian and Chris Jericho versus Booker T and Goldust, they would both have their, time to shine, dominating each other. We would get a title shot to the face plus a Lionsault for two to, I believe it was Goldust. But at the end of the day, we get a bookend to Jericho for the win, making Booker T and Goldust the new tag team champions. And I give this about 3.5 stars. It was pretty fun. We have Edge versus A-Train. This match is happening because A-Train injured Rey Mysterio, Edge's friend. Then he also cost Edge a title shot. A-Train would really use his size to his advantage, controlling Edge. Edge would also hit like a diving Edge-matic from the corner. That was pretty cool. A-Train would reverse a dive from Edge with the big boot, which was pretty nice. Edge would hit a spear for a 2. But at the end of the day, A-Train uses a chair on Edge, gets disqualified. It was just dumb. Just 2 stars. We had Eddie Guerrero, one half of the tag team champions, versus Chris Benoit. Another grudge match. Eddie was really turning heel. This is a really awesome technical wrestling match with Eddie really being in control of Chris Benoit. Benoit would break Eddie Guerrero's submission by deadlifting him, which was pretty amazing. Chris Benoit would also give 7 German suplexes to Eddie Guerrero. All of them looked beautiful. Rock Splash for it too. Then Eddie would distract the ref. A Wild Chavo appears and decks Benoit with the title. Eddie tries to go for the pin, but he kicks out. Diving headbutt to Eddie Guerrero. Eddie no-sells, turns it into a cloverleaf, but then Benoit turns it into a crossface for the win. 4 stars. This was a really good match. Next up we had Kane versus Batista. This was his pay-per-view debut, so he had Ric Flair with him on the outside. Hot start for both men. They were just getting at it. This was also, honestly, a really fun match. 3 stars to start off, by the way. Both men are just throwing each other to the outside. Ric Flair would do a bunch of chops to Kane, but of course, he would really no-sell it. Flair would distract the ref. Kane would just not have it, bring him in, start beating him up. Then Batista would turn him around. Batista bomb for the win. Like I said, 3 stars. Good match. Fun, actually. We had Dawn Marie come out with Tori Wilson's father, who she was going to marry, and they were going to reveal her and Tori's XXX tape. So here's a little bit of it, alright? Did you really think I was going to put that on here? Come on. Next up, we had a triple threat match for the Women's Championship. Victoria, our champion, versus Trish Stratus, and versus Jacqueline. This is very fast paced, a lot of nothing really happened. Trish would throw Jackie to the corner and just, collide with her. Goes for the pin. Then Victoria, would hit her with the belt. She rolls and Victoria gets the pin on Jackie. 1.5 stars. It was alright. Big Show puts his WWE title on the line against Kurt Angle. I mean, this would pretty much be all Big Show. He'd, use his size and strength to his advantage. Kurt Angle would hit like a missile drop kick and a spinning DDT from the corner. Angle slam for a 2. Angle lock, but Big Show would break it up by shoving Kurt Angle to the referee, so the referee's out. Heyman throws a chair in for Big Show, but Big Show doesn't get it because Kurt does. Then of course he smacks him in the head, but he only gets a 2 count. Somehow the referee gets knocked out again. A-Train runs out. I guess he's with Paul Heyman. Then he attacks Kurt Angle. Chokeslam to Kurt Angle from Big Show. Then Brock Lesnar comes out, F5's Big Show. Kurt Angle pins for the win. 3 stars. I guess it was a fun match. You know what? It was a fun match. And for the main event, the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line in the 2 out of 3 falls. Shawn Michaels, our champion, versus Triple H. The first match would be a street fight, second, a steel cage, and if it led to a third, a ladder match. Shawn Michaels would start off hot in this match, but of course Triple H would take advantage, catch a sweet chin music, and start really working the leg of HBK. Triple H would also put a figure 4 onto Shawn Michaels and really, like I said, really work the leg. Fight would lead to the outside in Triple H's favor. Then Triple H goes and brings out a 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire. Then he sets it on fire with the stage. Tries to hit Shawn Michaels, but Shawn Michaels, knocks it out of his hand. He takes it and smacks Triple H in the face with it. I was kind of surprised by that. But at the end of the day, we get a pedigree to Shawn Michaels for the first pin. While the cage is coming down, Triple H is like sliding at the table, some chairs and more trash cans. It's pretty neat. Triple H would slingshot HBK to the cage. Then they would both climb the cage, just fighting for no reason up there. Ric Flair comes in just to get his ass beat by HBK, and HBK's handling both of them. A table is set up, HBK puts Triple H on top, he climbs the cage, dives, and pins for his first win. Onto our ladder match, HBK would dive from the top of the ladder, but he would miss. Triple H would also shove HBK's ladder, pushing him to the tables on the outside. Then Triple H sets the ladder up again, climbs, grabs the belt, making him the new World Heavyweight Champion. It was a solid main event, but I'm going to give it 3 stars. And that was the pay-per-view. I mean, I would recommend it if you really have nothing else to watch, but tomorrow is WrestleMania Night 1. So like I said, I'll try to post my review Sunday afternoon-ish. So until then, I'll see y'all.